Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the Eachine QX90C Pro. If you remember the yellow QX90 that was on my channel a while back, maybe more than 6 months ago, that was a pretty good flyer, had good motors, good flight control and everything. This is an updated version with a canopy now, so I don't think that the components are as exposed, and I think that it has a Betaflight OSD now, as well as a built-in receiver in all-in-one board here. So this is the all-in-one F3 brush board. It's a single board with the flight controller. It's got the Betaflight OSD, and it has the receiver built in as well. This is the FreeSky version, and I haven't actually put this review up for a while. If you guys know that I did a haul video of this. It's been a while, more than a month ago, I think. And the reason is because the first one I got was defective. As soon as you would plug in the power, two of the motors would just start spinning up, and that's usually an indication that the FETs are damaged on here, or something is wrong with the FETs. And that was not a good thing. Obviously, I couldn't fly it, so I told Banggood about it, and they sent me the second unit here, and this one actually does fly. The problem is with this one is that when I was flying around on hard maneuvers, either one or both of the motors in the back would lose power, and you would see the sudden dip in the quad. It would just suddenly drop an arm, either this one or both of them, and you would just suddenly see this like jerky motion. It wasn't me, it was basically these two motors in the back quitting. I mean, it would come back fairly quickly. I could recover, but you would see that on a hard maneuver it would suddenly just jerk back like this. And that's also an indication that the FETs on here are weak, because they're not able to handle the current draw from the motors. It's possible that they're using some upgraded motors here. These do kind of look like the Micro Motor Warehouse Dark Edition motors from way back when. And those are pretty powerful motors, but you do need, I think, at least 10 amp FETs for those motors, and I'm not sure if these are actually up to spec. I think that's potentially where this issue is. Whereas the older version of the QX90, it didn't. I think it didn't have as powerful as motors as these, so probably wasn't suffering from that problem. But yeah, I saw Andy RC's video on his, where he, I think he was in an update video where he was showing this, and I think one of his motors was starting to go, one of the FETs was starting to go. And so I think that it's probably a compatibility, or not compatibility, but more like the motors aren't really well matched to the board. And I think the FETs on this board need to be more powerful to match the power, the current draw of the motors, and I think that's where the problem is. So I have a sneaking suspicion that if I continue to fly this, eventually I'll start having problems where the motors won't work properly, or I'll continue to get dropouts, stuff like that. So basically the bottom line is I don't think I can recommend this model, because until they address that FET issue here, they got to put some better FETs on the flight controller board to deal with the more powerful motors. I think that's what's going on here. So you could buy this, and it'll probably fly fine for the first few flights, and you'll notice that in Andy's video, his first video was totally fine, and then he came up with that problem. I have a sneaking suspicion that if I continue to fly this, the motors just start acting even weirder than it did. And I only flew a few flights, and it already started doing the arm dipping problem for me. So that's just not a good sign. And for something like this, I wouldn't really spend the money for this model. So that's going to be my recommendation on this. I'm not going to really go over all the details in this, but I will show you the flight demo footage. You can watch that if you'd like. But I think that this model is going to be a pass for me.